What's going on, y'all? It's the kid Jay Nolan here. All right, man. So much has been said over the past week or so about the whole Carlee Russell case. Everybody has been in their feelings. Of course, it has been revealed that it was a hoax. And not only has it been revealed that it was a hoax, because of course the press conference last week was detailing that they had no evidence to support Carlee's claims. More evidence has come out stating that she was camped out behind somebody's house for those 2 days that she was gone. There was no actual baby reported. Carlee Russell has come out herself through her lawyer. She hasn't issued a personal statement, no video or anything like that. But there was another press conference today in which it was confirmed that everything was made up. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, or at least a clip, because I'm not gonna play the entire press conference on here for y'all, but I am gonna play this clip of the police chief that's basically doing all the reporting, and I'm gonna let him say what needs to be said. All right, and again, this is an issue made on behalf of Carlee Russell from her attorney.
My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies, as well as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony.
All right, so those are the words quoted from her lawyer on behalf of Carlee Russell, saying she was not kidnapped. She didn't see no baby. There's been a big narrative running around that she might have checked into a hotel that was on the other side of the woods from the highway. The lawyer is saying that she was not actually in a hotel. She was not spending that 48 hours that she was quote unquote missing with anybody, which is still, I don't know if they're being all the way genuine about that. They're saying that Carlee apologizes. They're saying that she's going to work through her issues, whatever that means. We don't know what her mental state is. We don't know if she has actual legitimate mental problems, like if she has anything to be diagnosed by a professional or a doctor. If that's the case, no information has been let out about any prior medical history pertaining to her mental health. If there has been, then I haven't seen it, and y'all are welcome to tell me what you've seen. But at this point, it's been clearly revealed to everyone this was an elaborate, or maybe not as elaborate, hoax. This was a full fake. I don't understand what her rhyme or reason was. I don't know what she was planning to accomplish. If she wanted to go missing from her parents and her family, see if they would miss her, see if anybody would care. Maybe this was a cry out for attention from somebody. The only people that have really spoken out on her side so far are her parents and her boyfriend. It seems like her boyfriend has had much more to say than Carlee has. He's been advocating for people to stop quote unquote bullying her, which I'm quite sure there are some people that are leaving her really nasty messages. I'm sure there's people that are leaving nasty messages to him and her family, but I don't know if I would quantify it as bullying. I haven't seen all the messages. I haven't seen all of the outrage, but you also have to understand that when you get a lot of people that are advocating for you, that are fighting on your behalf, actually putting their money up. I don't know what they thought they were going to accomplish by sending money. I don't know if that was going to help them try to find a private investigator that could find her, or what they were expecting, right? However, when people do put their money up, they're going to feel entitled because they're paying to ensure your safety. So yeah, you do kind of owe a little bit of something. People have been trying to see if they can recover their money. That's also something that's controversial in this take. I do think that there have been a couple of instances where people did receive refunds for their kindness. But when it comes to that, an official statement has been released by AL.com from the Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama. They have actually reversed their decision to refund over $63,000 that was originally for Carlee when she disappeared. They initially said since she was found, they would give the money back, but now the investigation is still pending. Accordingly, there is no basis to refund any contributions at this time. Furthermore, the Hoover Police Department has not requested any donor contributions to be released or refunded. Bob Kopis from the Crime Stoppers team says we would would never use a crime as a fundraiser. This is strictly for the benefit of getting law enforcement the best information as quickly as possible. And also, it allows the public to get involved because they want to get involved. We had donations as large as $25,000 and as small as $5. But every dollar counted because it came from somebody who wanted to see Carlee come home. At this point, it's starting to sound like the Crime Stoppers really want to keep this money for their own foundation. They're going to probably use it to disperse salaries to people. I'm quite sure the Crime Stoppers team, all of their staff, everybody that works for them is already criminally underpaid any fucking way. So they're trying to see any possible way that they can hold on to those multiple thousands that they wouldn't have otherwise had. Sounds like a big fucking scam to me, if I had to say so. But I guess since I'm not involved, I don't have no money tied up over there. There's only so much that I can say. If y'all initially agreed to return the money once she was safely found, why would you go back and renege on that? You do understand you're going to have a lot of angry people. It's going to be hard to move out here now that people know who you are, Mr. Corpus or Copus, whatever the fuck your name is. You do know they're going to try to put your address on the internet or some crazy shit and be popping up at your house to get some retribution, to get some fairness going on in here, to get some answers at the bare minimum. Y'all do know you're going to have to answer to that. There's also a lot of people out here that have been so disappointed that it has moved on to anger. There's a group of people or a percentage of people out here that actually want to see Carlee Russell herself punished, perhaps put in jail, perhaps having to pay some sort of fine and being convicted on a crime.
Can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting
Yeah,
take place with Carlee?
no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bree Chapman with Fox 6. What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up.
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about it.
Birmingham attorney named Eric Gooster has put out some content where basically he explained the possible crimes that she could be found guilty for. Theft, of course, because she stole from her job, which she was fired from that job, lying to authorities, which is a crime, and filing a false police report. He said that he's in shock that she hasn't already been arrested, right? Because the city of Hoover, Alabama has been very patient. They've definitely shown her a lot of grace. They haven't forced her to come in for questioning. They're still awaiting. I don't understand how that is. I mean, anytime that a dope boy got a warrant out for his arrest, or if they find probable cause to put a warrant out for an arrest, niggas will come kick your shit in. Niggas come knocking at your door. Niggas come trying to impose their way into your house unless you explicitly tell them you don't want them to enter. All of these types of things be going on for average everyday people. So all of this is just playing out super weird, extremely strange, I have to say. Me personally, I definitely think that there has to be some sort of punishment for this act, especially as people put money towards it. Their money's not being returned from the city. People put a lot of concern into this, filing a false police report, her stealing from her job, all of these things. Average people would have already faced punishment by now, so I don't think that she can get a pass. There's people out here saying that people should not be advocating for black women to be held accountable by the law. I think that's crazy as fuck, because if somebody in my family or somebody that I know and love, if they had done the same shit, I'm quite sure nobody would be showing no sympathy towards that shit because they did it. If your family member commits a crime, you just gotta accept that That's what they chose to do. You can still love them. You can still support them. You don't have to publicly lambast them. You don't have to publicly disown them or anything like that. But it also does not mean that they should just get away scot-free when motherfuckers know the law. She's above the age of 18. She's above the age of 21. You got to do better. Let me know what y'all think of the ongoing developments in this Carlee Russell case down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.